I've been nervous about starting it again, so... But I think it's just time to... Wait, where... I lost myself? I could have sworn... It's like... Right... There it is. Good lord, I thought I was already hovering over it. I've heard about a rough fight. And my guess is that is going to be the index. I don't know if that's the final fight of this whole thing, but it is more likely going to be the roughest fight of the whole thing. So, let's see how this happens. Continuable. I wonder if Virgil will be with this group. Hey. You guys are late? Is she drinking right now? I did think Virgil was gonna be on this frickin' thing, cause the preview said the like prep plan flashing in and flashing out seemed like he would be showing up. And the whole, I think there was a line about like, hey, Virgil got punished for getting involved, and now with this shit show that kind of gone out the window, and it's just like, yeah, because maybe Virgil should get involved sometimes. Those who are falling apart tend to rely on the very things that's breaking them. Damn, that line goes hard. Oh wow, Virgil's being quiet for that statement is... Ooh. No, I said I kind of been wanting Roja to get a middle ID. She might be getting a thumb ID with this. Definitely like a Valencia ID. What? That you? Red color, you're here too. What the hell, man? I gave you back your bundle of liability unhurt, didn't I? I didn't think you were the type to hold a grudge. I'm just here to make sure you get yours. Alright, stop rushing me and sit down over there for a second. This bad boy's got a few more swings left in it. Junk like you probably don't have the eyes to recognize it, but this is quality liquor. Old Par. I don't know about quality, but the name certainly suits you. You know what? I was like you once. Bold, proud, feeling like I could take on the whole city on my own. Back in my day, little shits like you wouldn't even have dared to talk to me. Ain't ever seen a sawed at the bottom of a barrel worth their boast. This is why greenhorns who haven't had a taste of the war don't understand. A mere mention of my name, Valencia of Familia Bonatelli, would summon all kinds of high and mighty fixers and syndicate officers out of their trenches just to grovel at my feet, you know that? I lived up to my family name. I was in the front lines, cutting them down, cutting them all down with nothing but a rifle and a bayonet. Whatever famous fuck the opposing corporation sent out, I met them all in the field of battle, dueled them, bored a new hole through their heads, tore them apart. All that glory and honor. Worth a whole lot of nothing now, aren't they? Look at you, going so low as to take a kid as hostage just to stop one man. Fuck you. I wouldn't have had to pull that stunt with the kid if I didn't have to get so up close to Ticket. If I gave Red a fair fight with a fucked up eye, he would have slaughtered the shit out of me. Textbook? Give me another drink. Yes, master. I just need to get through this, and they'll reinstate me. Valencia. I've been waiting for decades at this point. I used to order those low-ranking fodder to grovel at my feet like dogs with a wave of my hand. And now that they outrank me, they think they're some hot shit. Motherfuckers looking at me like I'm beneath them. Impudent little shit. Have you really never concerned yourself with this question? The question of what the House of Spiders is really trying to make. I think it's obvious. A killer. The house is making the best assassin on the market. For all fingers to use, a blade that can cut through anyone, anything. Probably. Don't you find something amiss listening to yourself? You've dedicated decades of your life to it, but you don't even know what it was all for. I don't know. Fucking hell. Why do I have to bother knowing shit like that? Ticket? Ticket's all I need to get it back. My rank in the shitter. All those decades wasted in this shithole. It'll all be worth it in the end. Huh. Once you spent too long hanging from the web, the sky will seem to grow closer and closer, deluding you into thinking that you can soar into the sky with your own wings. But you will realize, you have any idea how I hone that ticket of mine day after day? That you're not flying but grasping at the empty air. Bring me ticket now. Ungrateful little bitch, she doesn't even know what sort of shit her own nurse father's going through. After all that I've taught her. Oh, damn it, my head. I shouldn't have taken that bomb shot. The hell are you doing there? In the corner. Mom? I'll do better next time. I'm sorry. Damn it, I really messed her up, didn't I? Hey, Ticket, clean yourself up with this. You're not looking pretty. I mean your face. You're bleeding from the nose. What are you smiling about? You're all bloodied up. Mommy, I'll be your golden ticket. Not some shitty scrap paper. Can you really do that for me, Ticket? Yes. Don't overestimate the significance of your conditional affection. Time to get up. Haven't you emptied more than enough bottles for a day? So impatient. The thing is, with my ticket, I had to beat that girl head to toe more than a few times before any fire sparked in her eyes. But in that regard, I suppose my textbook here has something to be proud of. You see, this one doesn't cry. Lucio, stop limping around. That wound's nothing serious. Yes, Master. I don't bloody get it. Boy, why do you even listen to someone who thinks you ain't worth shite? She beats you all the time, talking down to you like that. I doubt she even sees you as a person. Watch your words. My master was generous enough to take me, a vagrant with nothing but my name, under her wing. I get why he this here. She fed me warm food, put a roof over my head. I would have ended up in a corpse pile somewhere in the back streets without her help. Which is why it is only right that I obey her with all my heart. That's right. It's pointless to question and think. Just do exactly as you're told. Exactly as I taught you. It's the one thing you're good at, isn't it? He's also a vagrant taken from the back streets, given a roof over his head and food, yet still abused. Oh, shit. Okay. That's a cool backdrop. I don't think it will stay a backdrop forever, though. Very attack skill unit class loses attack power, so... what about this one? I believe. I really should have started using Rooster Hughes so much sooner.
아무것도 남지 마라. 발레르몬 해체 검식 세트로마트 입체 시험 완료했습니다. 제 역할을 다할 뿐.
접세와.
There's no way this fight stays this way, right?
안와 울때 심장. 량이란 빈틈 꿰뚫어주지.
There's no way. Yep, there. Okay, broke through. Yeah, now it's a blended fight. Oh, come on, Virgil. You could have focused on Valencia. That would have been better for me. Or wait. Get rid of that. Nah, she's not focused on Virgil for anything. Good lord. Granted, who knows, maybe Virgil's... Do we just remove textbook as soon as possible? Kind of what I'm hoping Virgil's going to do. Oh, we have a nice shield also, I didn't realize. Almost gone though.
접세와.
killed. Fucking. That's still fine. How are you staggered? You had shield. Thank you.
방해되니까 빠져 있어. 루치오, 넌 티켓이 까먹은 걸 전부 가르쳐주기 전까지 돼지면 안 돼. 알겠어?
Which target who? Oh, he's.
빠르게 처리하지. 미리 보였나?
God damn it.
그 유물 오래 사용할 수는 없을 텐데.
받을 수 있으면 받아봐. 내 원망을
지키기 위해서
그딴 자세로는 내 옷깃도 못 스쳐.
지키겠다 맹세했는데
사냥 끝. 모조리
Good
해체해주지.
God.
사냥 끝. 모조리 해체해주지. 지긋지긋해. 너네도 티켓도 전부 다.
결정 염화. 눈에 보이는 것에만 매달리는 것이야말로
Oof.
인간에게 부여된 저주일 테지. 발톱 세워.
Virgil's doing all the work in this fight.
사냥 끝. 모조리 해체해주지.
Rude. Okay.
있다고 벌써.
빠르게 처리하지. 결정 염화. 헬천하 개만한다.
Stagger? I don't think some of those moves are staggerable, but.
빈틈투성이군.
Or maybe they are.
스틸레터. 허술하군. 대가를 치를 시간이다.
개소리 집어쳐! 나는 본약 텔리 가문의 발렌치나는 이딴 곳에 처박혀 있을 사람이 아니야!
발톱 세워.
Okay. It's the only weekend that I can actually do stuff. Lucio?
그만.
Why don't you yield? You're too injured to fight. Please tell me what you think. Will Yoshihide have forfeited the battle by this point, or do you think she wouldn't have put herself in this situation to begin with? She wouldn't have put herself in the situation to begin with. How many times do I have to remind you? Forget all the useless flourishing and just go for the heart. The heart. I've given you plenty of demonstrations, haven't I? Are you really gonna make me watch those clowns mop the floor with you? Bloody hell, she sure is a gas bag. Tell her to shut up, won't ya? I've always known that this day would come. But I was hoping to meet my end while dueling Yoshihide herself, someone who was supposed to study me, so that the next textbook can learn from my mistakes and make appropriate corrections to its content. Hey, wait. Stab the heart in front of you. Stab that bastard's heart now. I cut apples in half. Stop. This right here is why you still haven't graduated from being a textbook. Do you hear me? So, some were hard, some crumbled, some were soft, some sappy. Your breathing is growing irregular, I understand. This place has a way of driving people completely mad. The sugary smell makes me... Looks like you've finally been freed from your bundle of liability. Well, do you feel liberated now, as you've always wanted? What are you saying? Lucio died or something? Had his heart stabbed right out of him. Isn't that what you wanted? You got your heart. Fuck off with your bullshit. Hey, Lucio. Don't you dare ignore me, say something. Lazy little shit, you haven't even done a quarter of what you meant to do. Who said you could lie down there like you're done? Mate, you alright? What? What? What the fuck have you done, vermin? You disgusting little shit. Great. Gregor?
내 앞에 튀어나와. 더 죽일 게 안 남아서
What?
죽여버렸잖아.
Gregor?
뭐냐? 너희들도 좀 부족했나 보지?
지령을 받았어.
I'm concerned.
잠수 준비 끝.
But we're going back to the ring stuff. Gregor?
어떠신가요, 요시히데?
What do you think, Yoshihide? This concept is called minimalism.
본질을 위해 불필요한 것들을
About removal of unnecessary for their preservation of existence. As you must be aware, the human corpse has far too many non-essential parts which harm the purity of it. I'm scared. Father, where are you? Dad? This is just too cruel. I don't want to see it.
요시히데,
Yoshihide, that is because you are focusing only on the present. Allow yourself to look beyond the subject's momentary suffering,
저희가
and there you will discover the perpetuity of the structure we will shape from it.
다시 복습을 해보죠.
Let us review the simplicity with which a straight line sunders in a primordial form of structuralism.
저는 그대를 앞으로
I will raise you as a precious pupil of mine, a companion to all my future artwork, so please, Yoshihide, follow along with my classes.
잘 육체의
To reveal the beautiful, original form of the human corpse to the world, the skin must be removed, the spine severed.
그러면
That approach, however, runs a risk of being far too safe with the composition.
결국 예술이란
After all, art is a culmination of moments and choices, and the suffering therein. Yoshihide, will you impart your impression of this piece? How it appears in your eyes?
내 취향은
I'd say my tastes lean closer to
여백의미가 있는
the
쪽이지.
appreciation of the negative space, not this kind of butcher shop.
도축이라며 요시
Butcher shop, Yoshihide. I was simply hoping to replicate the striking visual imagery of Fauziism. Do you have any idea who I am? I'm. Her squealing's getting really grating. I prefer my canvases quiet. You are finally enlightened enough to engage with me in discourse of taste. I'm so happy, Yoshihide.
당신은 어쩌면
Perhaps you will evolve beyond simply learning the art movements created by other maestros of the ring and found an art movement of your own someday. How I miss those days. Well, we certainly had conflicting subjectivities. When it came to our tastes, I helped to form the structure and the intellectual framework through which Yoshihide's unique aesthetic sense of her exceptional eye for artistic beauty could thrive. Alyssa? It hurts so much. I'm not fond of people like her who let their emotions get the better of them. Most of them have fragile, thin bones that break far too easily. True strength comes in a form of agility and patience to find an opening. The body does not lie, after all. Refer to my mannequins for more elaboration on that subject, but I've already expounded enough upon the core of the matter. It's about whether all of their senses are alive. Precisely. I suppose you have had the opportunity to enjoy a similar piece of artwork elsewhere. I admit this approach is rather archetypal. Apologies, everyone. Let me continue. More mannequins incoming. Prepare for battle. Damn it. Sinclair, listen. Let's just focus on the mission, okay? Don't look down. Don't look away. Look ahead. But I know exactly what you're reliving. I was right there with you in that village where the horrible carol was playing, where Effie was. That's behind us now. It's over. What's done is done. There's no undoing it like the way Dante rewinds the clock. Maestro, may I share some of the remaining ingredients with Fascia? She'll be happy. You may, Albina. It's time to leave that burning village, Sinclair. Let's leave that painful memory in the past. The past. The mark. What sparked your wrath? Please do tell what caused you to run headlong into this premature death. Why? If you were just after the golden ball, why? Why did you have to kill them? Camaraderie. Even your motivation is ugly. To ask why the House of Spiders hunts is akin to asking someone why they exist. I do not get angry. Anger makes things drab, monotonous. So I will proceed to elevate you into artistic completion. What a meaningful piece of art, truly. Pardon. But if I were to add a few words of advice, I think your work is rather uninspired. Hohenheim, what are you? Right. I'll use the ample on Faust and get her back on her feet. If I can find an opening, the manager has to be occupied with something else. Though I may not look the part, I'd like to think I have seen far beyond my share of corpses. It's nothing to be proud of, but I've spent years at a company full of these abnormalities. Many of which people employed methods of killing my fellow staff that showed far greater aesthetic merit and depth than anything you have prepared here. Let me think. Ah, of course. There was this employee who took on the role of the protagonist, staging quite a poignant play. Their role was to slit the throat of the captain they respected most, parade their lifeless torso around for 2 hours, and confess their sins to whomever they came across. I watched the play from beginning to end, comforted only by the fact that I was never really that close with that individual. Because once the play had begun, the audience had to watch it to its curtain call. You have my attention. Is there something you would like to impart about this artwork I am working on? A few things. One, you're not making full use of your medium. What you show me now is no different from one of those cursory autopsy reports I find lying around in my office. Your work can be boiled down to simply cutting open a corpse and rearranging its organs in neat order. I do recall quite vaguely some abnormalities with neither originality nor creativity, much like this piece you're working on. And you drain too much blood, far more than what is necessary. That limits the spectrum of color in your piece. On a more positive note, the element I found most compelling upon closer inspection was the contrast to wet of veins and arteries. It's a kind of expression achievable through a refined understanding of the human anatomy and its workings. Ah, so you noticed it after all. The detail alone demanded more than 3 days of devoted labor, yet it failed to resonate with any audience, even with Albina. Every artist craves the understanding of others. Art for art's sake is without meaning. Yes, that is what I was here for, to create a revolutionary artwork, something to move people and to observe them. But the others were still so attached to their hollow ambitions and ties to secular world that they did not even pretend to understand my creations. I have harsh words, especially for Valentina, for always pickling her body in alcohol, stumbling into my space and almost destroying my work. As for Ryan, he's merely a self-inflicted imitation, no more than a simulacrum that mimics at the behest of the prescript the fate of a certain fixer in the library. Self-inflicted imitation, the fate of a certain fixer in the library. Shit, I can't remember the exact name because I haven't fully finished Library of Runia, but is it really like that? Overlap? People have been called, or at least most of them, like the DQ star. Ryan was called a star. Valentina, like, proclaimed being like on a higher level. So all of these nurse mothers are like lower class. You, or at the very least, used to be of a higher class, but then have like they're at like bottom ranking fingers. Okay, merely an self-inflicted intimidation of. Well, I am gonna look up because I'm not sure the definition of this word. Simulacrum. An unsatisfactory imitation or substitute. It mimics at the behest of the prescript the fate of a certain fixer in the library. So Rain is an imitation of Roland. Oof. I suppose I've gotten ahead of myself in all this excitement. Please do excuse my fox paws. Returning to the subject at hand, if you were to work at this piece, on this piece, how would you add the missing artistic element? The silliest of humans, when desiccated in an oxygen-deprived environment today's, begins to emanate a faint glow. Perhaps you could use that as a half-decent decoration. Another thing, don't trap yourself in a box, thinking that the macabre violence and an exhibition thereof is all there is to art. Make your art tell a story that is unique to you. And as an example, while the rest of my body is unremarkable, I am an individual with the most remarkable genius brain in this company. How about this? Split open my skull to reveal the brain underneath, and let that be your finishing touch. I hear that knowledge and the number of folds in one's brains have a direct correlation. This would be a good opportunity for me to observe that. As you must be aware, compared to other organs, the brain is highly complex and fickle to work with. I assure you it will be a good challenge. Yes, I agree. The harder the material is to work with, the more excitement it becomes when I've finally tamed it as my own. Now, come closer and speak your name to me. Hohenheim. I have never been so ashamed of my own name. Stop, Mr. Hohenheim. What are you even trying to do? We're all too hard to do anything. Faust, Ishmael, me? Well, my best, I suppose. But I am well aware my gear and weapon are utterly inadequate to defeat a man's of such strength. But what matters is that I am determined to never regret anything ever again. Besides, there are moments when gambling may yield a rather fascinating outcome. Remember at the checkup, my placement in your scale of power was... I'm just not strong enough. I can't turn the situation around. Stop thinking in numbers. Forget those rankings. One may come to mistake numbers as the ultimate truth of the world, as something that interweaves both rationality and analysis. However, numbers themselves are but conduits by which we may physically realize and translate the abstract into the present reality. The present? Okay, the mark is forming. It's time, dear Hohenheim. Thank you. Thank you for understanding me. I will preserve and cherish you until the day I am gone. Yes, and while this may be an unnecessary concern, I prefer if you would avoid wearing something like that wide-brimmed hat of yours. Ah, this hat? A long, long time ago, I wished to delve into depths of physical manifestation of my mind, and I realized that my skills were yet too immature to attempt such a thing, and bound it together once again. Ah, so that hat is a kind of helmet or brace, as the wound never fully closed. And here I thought it was some horrible, ill-conceived fashion choice. And what significance does it bear in your present circumstance? Well, I was hoping that I should be able to inflict some degree of damage with my surprise attack. How is it? I don't suppose you saw that coming. It is an ego called diffraction, extracted from a particularly tricky abnormality. I'm curious if you ever learned the lesson that there is always more to reality than what meets the eye, or that the really important things are invisible to the eye. Maestro? My amygdala is shaking. The corpse amygdalum is connected to the brainstem, which is involved in the brain's emotional centers. When Yoshihide shattered that sort of mind so long ago, I believed I felt an emotion similar to this. This is our opening. Faust and I are both almost healed. We can't give him any time to... I can't let you do that, not before we become friends. Ishmael, Faust! Oh, you're the one who suddenly collapsed in the research facility, aren't you? While wrath may indeed force your body to function beyond its breaking point, even that has its limits. 83% of your body has been heavily damaged, and at that level, even properly wielding your weapon becomes a challenge. The corpse works in immaculate ways indeed. Every cause and effect is crystal clear. Dante, if you're watching, do something. Please, do something. I can't rely on others to solve my problems forever. Don't leave. The others are gone. You're the only one left here to be friends with me. and Fascia. Get off me. There are faster ways indeed, but I would prefer to choke the air out of him, because asphyxiation is the most appropriate approach to ensure that the subject suffers for as long as possible without leaving any damage to the corpse. And that is the Maestro's special brand of mercy. He is demonstrating his act of creation before us all of us. Now let us both become audience for this rare opportunity. Keep your eyes peeled to the end. In the future, I want to be a maestro who has surpassed even my maestro. What are your dreams? The future. Sufficing within me is a sense, a stench. I beg your pardon, my gallery boasts a perfect balance of temperature and humidity for the preservation of artworks. They are isolated from external contaminants at all times. The stench that sticks, the stench of rot. I see. Hello? The smoke was blue. I'm sorry, what?
저도 한때 지식에서 답을 찾으려 한 적이 있었죠.
I'm sorry. What? A certain Sinclair? Oh my god. I am... This feels like this is unlocking in, like, pre-Limbus Company Sinclair. Right? Of the Second Smoke War. But it's like a pre-Sinclair power, or pre-Limbus Sinclair power, but now also with, I guess, the growth of Limbus Company as well. I really like this design for him, by the way. I'm still like, what the hell for Gregor? Because it seems like Gregor also had this, a similar like snap point. I might need a different Ishii.
신체 타임 예술을 생생하게 보여드리죠.
지식엔 답이 없다는 걸.
이 정도 수치의 공격은 감당할 수가 없는데 방법이.
Okay, you're clashing with both, it seems. And they're both using their egos.
파우스트가 싱클레어 씨. 틈을 들겠습니다. 맡길게요.
Sinclair leaves the rest Vassal to make an opening. Yeah, so they're definitely using them on their own free will.
떼어내드리죠.
이번에야말로 완성됐어. 마에스트로님께 인정받을 마스터피스를.
True decapitation.
기술을 쓸 때 소리라도 한명 필요해.
I almost thought his ego would start playing.
휘빙.
잠시. 아직 5번 더 갈라야만 합니다. 지령대로 움직일 뿐입니다.
만만치 않네요. 과거에 제가 치러야 했던 싸움들도.
Okay. Question. You have amples? Oh, you shoot my die.
오작 터뜨려주지.
Granted, it also looks like this dude might be staggered, but if that's even possible.
이렇게 끝.
Yeah, I think that took out Ishii just from the bleed.
굳이 직접 목격하지 않아도 느낄 수 있겠죠.
보여드리죠.
Mm-hmm.
제 삶을 이루고 있는
보여드릴 게
하나의
많이
카리스마.
남아있답니다.
지령에 따라 참격.
그 위치
Oh, damn.
떼어내드리죠.
아득한 여정. 멈추지 않는 시대에서 희망과 미래를 찾아 스스로 답을 구하시길. 가름하게 이 훌륭한 탄력. 더 보여줘. 너의 내면을. 영감이 떠오르는 대로 모두 가져갈게.
신체파의 예술을 생생하게 보여드리죠.
Okay.
제가 선택한 외롭고 험난한 길을 따라
지령에 따라 참격. 아시아가
그
비명을
위치
지르고 있어.
떼어내드리죠.
Think that staggered her again?
지상에서 들어 아시아의
No.
고동을 약동하는 이 생명의 소리를.
어떠신가요? 어서
이 기술을 쓸
당신의
때
감상을 제게
소리라도 한명
들려주시죠.
필요하면 좋을 텐데. 그 위치 떼어내드리죠.
Kill her.
굳이 직접 목격하지 않아도 느낄 수.
This looks so cool. Thought I'd never say that about you, Sinclair, but this is such a cool look. Look at the little bird. Smoke Wars Sinclair.
아시아,
Fascia. He looks like he aged like 10 years too, by the way. Fascia. Why would
친해지기
you...
싫은 거였다면 나만 죽이면
If
되는
you didn't
거잖아.
want to be friends with me, you could have just killed me. Why would you kill Fascia? Ah. I was getting to that part.
안 그래도 그럴 참이었어요.
made Sinclair look cool. Good start. Next. It seems that my perspective was severely lacking.
이 무례함을 용서해
Please
주시기
forgive my disrespectfulness.
용서할게.
It is forgiven. The air in here is clean.
오랜만에
I haven't breathed like this in so long.
알비나는
갱신.
걸작이 될 거예요.
상황
당신은
매우 유리합니다.
상은 덕분에
싱클레어 씨,
Frankly, I don't think she can clash with it anyway, so...
지령에 따라 참격.
설명이 너무 길어요.
I should have brought a different Ethan. I feel a little bad.
그 의체 떼어내드리죠. 그 의체 떼어내드리죠.
충족. 지령이 이끄는 대로. 충족. 지령이 이끄는 대로.
신체파의 예술을 생생하게 보여드리죠.
I'm just gonna go damage. Might as well.
참격.
That's what this has come to.
취향이 아니라
I don't think we're gonna be getting this ID for Sinclair. Maybe we would. Be really cool if we did.
굳이 직접 목격하지 않아도
당신
But it's also a level 80 thing.
보아온 눈이군요.
So I doubt they'll be giving it to us until we're hitting like that level. Let's see. We're at 60 now. So Meadows will be 65. Then 70. So in like 4 chapters maybe? 4 seasons? Your eyes have been witness to such a vast spectrum of slaughter. I implore you, please tell me, how does my gallery appear
어떻게 비치는지
or reflected in those eyes? It's trashy,
제 요즘의 삶 속에서
like something my life had led me to see as of late. Like some things my life has said to see as of late.
당신이 무엇을
The things you've witnessed allow me to see it too.
나를 설명하는 건
It'd be meaningless to try and explain them with words. Oh,
네,
yes, that is enough. So it is. Okay. So Sinclair had that transformation. It's like you're asking why didn't you tell us you had this power all along?
하지만 그런 편리한
But you must know, Mr. Hohenheim, that it is never that convenient.
따지자면
If we really want to get into it, I should be the one who's most surprised. I didn't know about the sudden pull of this power and wasn't expecting it to summon me here either. My voice rather hoarse on account of the rather cruel choking from earlier. Despite being pushed to the point where I was about to lose both my subordinates, I still found myself clawing at life when death came knocking at my door. How ridiculously pathetic.
안심하세요.
Don't worry. One way or another, she will overcome this ordeal and go on living.
삶을 이어나갈
She's a lot stronger than you, or any of us might think. Is that so?
그런가?
That's good to hear.
몇 년 후에서
How many years have you traveled back?
그건
That's not a question I can answer. I'm sorry to say that it does not appear to me that you've come from a very optimistic future.
여기서 보면
From where I'm standing, there isn't much to be optimistic about the past either.
비록 1차 연기 전쟁이라는
Back then, never in my... Oh, he's from the future!
상상도 못했어.
I thought the smoke war already passed! Back then, never in my wildest imagination did I think we'd ever have to coin the term the first smoke war. What? What is happening? Do you see him too, Faust, or am I seeing things from losing too much blood? I see him too. The sign has summoned you.
표지는 매개체였을
The sign merely behaved as a medium.
그런 줄이지만
I was the one who summoned me.
동시에 발현되고
The awakening and the summoning occurred simultaneously.
그렇다면 혹시
Then is that...
모든
no.
표지가
Not every sign has this power.
아니에요.
This is the power of my sign.
그러니까
So you're from the future, not a mirror world.
없다고요?
What happened to the original Sinclair?
원래라는 건 없어요.
There's no such thing as the original. This is unlike the mirror worlds. It is more akin to a different branch of the same tree.
줄기에 가까우니까요.
Oh. So, like future / diverging timeline?
잠깐만요.
Wait, hold on.
그러니까 반드시 오는 건가요?
Is it inevitable? The future that you're from?
모르겠네요.
I don't know. Maybe.
하지만
It is not all misery.
어떻게든
Life goes on, after all. Do we really have no choice but to face that future?
제가 불려오기까지
I don't know whether the life I've lived through prior to my summoning will be in your path, or whether you'll be able to avoid it.
그래도
But it will not be impossible.
네,
No,
힘든
it
길이
will
될
be a
거예요.
difficult path still,
아주.
almost unbearably so.
지금은 이런 생각도 들어요.
Now I find myself thinking that
어쩌면
maybe the journey I've walked my entire life, everything I've gone through as I
전쟁
trudged
속에 보이던 경험,
across the fields of battle was merely an offshoot event from an offshoot world,
벽과
designed
세계 속에 일어나는
to end
일들과
here and now, to serve this very moment and nothing more.
모든 것은 이제
All has been
추측의
cast
영역이지.
into the realm of speculation now.
맞아요.
Correct, but I can be a
그래서
strength to
제게 힘을 줄
myself
수 있다면
that I can
받아들이는
best
게
accept
낫겠죠.
that fate.
아쉽네요.
I wish certain others were here too, so I could see everyone I've been longing to see just one more time.
종종 떠올라요. 버스에서의
Every now and again, I find myself thinking back to the days I spent aboard that bus.
그리고
Those memories might be the only things that kept me going in the days to come.
지금 제 나날들을 이제
I should leave
떠나야겠어요.
now before the longing gets worse.
떠나서 원래 있던 곳으로 돌아갈 줄 알았는데
I might return to where I came from, but perhaps this is simply
죽는 것처럼
the end of the
사라질
road
수도
for
있겠죠.
me, like death.
제가
Neither
그렇게
you
죽었는지
nor
아닌지는
I will know whether this is how I die.
설령 제
Still,
존재가
even if this is where I end, even if my entire existence boils down to serving this moment and nothing more,
죽어가는 동료들의 얼굴 대신 반가운
I'm glad I got to spend my last moment with you guys instead of being surrounded by dying comrades, and that's enough for me. Oh, Miss Faust,
모든 것을
don't grieve everything all at once.
그것만이
That is the only advice I have for you.
또 보자는 말은
I don't suppose the promise of reunion will mean anything. Even if my sign were to burn again, there is no telling whether it'll be me again next time, because there's no guarantee.
그래도 뭐
Well, I don't think you've changed much, at least from what I can see.
적어도 키는 조금 더
아.
큰 것 같군.
Though it seems you've grown a bit taller. So I have.
그런가요? 고맙네.
Thank you.
그리고
It
고생이
couldn't have been easy. I'm crying. What the
지령은
fuck?
수행되었습니다. 한치의 고민도 필요가 없을 명확한 지령이었기에 수행 또한 간편했죠. 비록 저희에게
I don't know if that's like a
대항하는
tease for like
보셨다시피
toward the end, but that also seems like well far in future. So not just well far in future, but also like well potentially a whole different offshoot. Like they've left it vague enough. I'm just like, this isn't a teaser for necessarily later Cantos, because who knows, maybe something may change. And maybe that Sinclair's line was a tease for Faust Canto, if any. But it also sounds like other people, other sinners have long passed, because it sounds like Sinclair's not either able to see them or they've already died in his timeline. That Smoke War timeline.